Maja John Madden in Akumal, Mexico. It's about 2 in the morning. I want to do a little short about the dogs of Akumal. Somewhere down the road, something has set the dogs off. There's not a lot of dogs in Akumal that are confined or that walk on leashes. Mostly the dogs in Akumal are free. A handful, some of them are genuine street homeless dogs. And I encountered one yesterday that was pretty clearly on the verge of starving to death. I gave him my leftovers. Most of them belong somewhere, spend their nights or parts of their time in homes. But I'm way on the edge of Akumal, the little pueblo. It's really just 4 streets that are paved, and then I'm on the 4th additional street that was added 8 years ago. They carved all this out of jungle, so it's kind of wild out here. And the dogs that go up and down my street during the day, I think most of them belong to somebody or get fed by somebody. They all seem well fed. But something will set them off, and they're out. They're up and down the street most of the day and night. And something will set them off. And sometimes at night it's absolutely calm and peaceful over here. But sometimes something will set them off. I don't know what it is. Something has come out of the jungle, or often just a person on their street because they're very territorial. If a dog or a person that they don't know comes on their street, they bark. None of them are genuinely aggressive, as far as I can tell. And now they're quiet again. That's like us, isn't it? Isn't that like us, as humans? Calm, 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 and then something sets us off, and we get scared. Course in Miracles says there's 2 emotional states in life. I'm a psychologist, and we talk about a zillion different kinds of emotions. No, 2, love and fear. When we're in the ego, when we're the tiny self, not aware of who we really are, which is everything, which is God, we live in fear. And when we remember who we really are, we go into a state of love, which is our natural state. And we go back and forth, usually many times a day. Go back and forth between love and fear. I have in Mexico been going more and more and more into the love state. And that was happening for 3 years before I got to Mexico, because I had a big spiritual experience. And then a bunch of other ones that would have been big before that one. So love is where I come from. But I can get set off. I can go into fear, but not for long these days. Quiet, calm, peace reigns over Akumal, Mexico, or at least this little corner, and in me. So I'm going to let the tape run for about 10 minutes, and you can just watch me go into my peaceful state, and you can meditate. This is what we did with Sri Chinmoy, my first guru, my first big spiritual teacher. We'd meditate on his picture while he was in a state of deep meditation, and we would go to the state he was in. And I had some pretty awesome experiences of that. Yeah. Oh, and my first experience with Sri Chinmoy, I went to the Halifax, I was living in Nova Scotia, went down to Halifax from Amherst, 3 hours away, for a meditation on Sri Chinmoy, because a psychic had told me before I moved to Nova Scotia, you're going to find your teacher there. Really? Yeah, I don't know who it is, but you will. And I did. It was Sri Chinmoy. He was down in New York City. But the way they would meditate on his picture. And I sat down with 10 people at the Halifax, and they were sweet hippie folks. They were gorgeous, gorgeous people. And I went into this beautiful state of meditation. I just went away, sitting there meditating on the picture of Sri Chinmoy. Oh man, it was incredible. And then that night, I had a dream where this crazy Indian had taken over my soul and flipped me out. And in the morning, I was creeping out. I was staying the night. They had given me a spare room in the big house there. I didn't even have my shoes on yet. I'm just tiptoeing out. And I go by Abba Utpal's room. John, hey, you want to meditate before you leave? I kind of was like, never going to see you people again. Okay, yeah, let's do it. So we sat down to meditate. I went right back. I went right back to that gorgeous spiritual state. Yeah. And did again and again and again for 3 years that I was with Sri Chinmoy. Yeah. Huh. I didn't think I was going to talk about that. Now, you're all disappointed. You wanted to just sit there and watch me meditate. I know. Well, we'll do that another time, okay? Because I kind of need a cigarette right now. Okay.